Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Airsoft, as you can see from this big sticker here. So if YouTube is watching this, this is not real, this is Airsoft. And we have a new replica unboxing. You can probably see from the title what this is, but I've been excited to get this. It is Double Eagle, and Double Eagle have really they just burst onto the scene in the last couple of years. They now have their Double Eagle brand, they also have Salvo Precision, and in the gas blowback airsoft space, they're just known now for just making very, very good MWS clone products that are a lot cheaper, made from good materials. And so this is their latest one, which I haven't seen anyone with one yet. So I think I pre-ordered this maybe about 2-3 months ago, and it came out pretty late. I think it was supposed to get here in August. Charlie's being a nightmare today. I thought it was supposed to come here about August. It's now basically the end of September. But this is called their Double Eagle N4 NSR-SD. So it's basically very similar to their Noveske N4, but it's like an upgraded, or not upgraded, but a newer version of it, which has an aluminium handrail, which will take basically a suppressor inside it. So I really like the design of it. I've actually got one of Double Eagle's, I'll show you this one. I got one of their N4s, which was, oh, sorry, I don't know how. I think Charlie actually just managed to switch us there by stepping onto the pad underneath my back desk. But this is my Noveske N4. And this was kind of the first one they came out with. They've since had the Ghetto Blaster in different lengths, but I got a DE version of this. This I've kind of tinkered with and played with a little bit, but I've always kind of not loved the silver barrel, especially as then I put a suppressor on it and it just gets very long. And I've got other versions, other MWS based replicas that I just prefer to this. So this is actually, I think, going to be a channel giveaway. Now I've got this. Charlie, stop. He just did the same thing. He stepped on it. Now I've got this, which I prefer, which I think I'm going to prefer, and I'm going to give you this will be an unboxing video. We'll do a full review video later. But now I've got that. I think I'm going to kind of lean towards that. I've got lots of FDE. I've got the KS1 now, which is FDE. I've also got a few different MCXs, which are in this color. So I'm not... originally it was oh, I'm going to get this in FDE, it's going to be a bit different, but this is a very, very good buy. When people say to me, hey, I'm getting my first gas blowback, I don't want to spend too much money, what should I get? The Noveske N4 or the Noveske Ghetto Blaster from Double Eagle normally is my go-to recommendation. So for the price, I think they're very, very good. Now this is $400. So again, it's not cheap, but so this is interesting. It looks like they've turned the box inside out to ship it. So they're not cheap, but they are compared to, if you're getting a Tokyo Marui MWS or something like that, then it is a lot more expensive. So this is from Tiger 111 HK. I think that's how you say Tiger 11, sorry, HK. Let me just make sure I've got their name right, because... Tiger 111 HK. I had it right. Tiger 111 HK. So the actual website says is airsoft.tiger111hk.com. I've bought some stuff from there recently. I actually managed to get WellPro mags for my PPK20, which were impossible to get anywhere. They managed to get them to me. But it looks like instead of packaging this in an outer box, they've basically taken the Noveske branded Double Eagle box and turned it inside out, which is a way of doing it. I suppose it gets me the box and I can turn it back the same way, but it's kind of got plastic all over it. If it's me, I'm paying for the product, I kind of want the box. So I'd rather someone put an outer box on it, even if the packaging, if the shipping's more expensive. Now that's kind of cool. I do quite like that. This is proper foam, actual nice packaging, that bit. And it looks like they've put it in here. Now, one thing they haven't done, which I'm very, very surprised about, is they haven't actually put any orange tape around it. It has got an orange tip in the SD tracer piece here, but normally they'll like wrap orange tape or colored tape around the actual replicas because they like, that's how they kind of ship them in. Now this is, it feels kind of similar to the other one, but it does definitely have some differences. And I think the main difference is going to be this, which is the handrail. Obviously on this one, it's a lot fatter. The other one on this, let me just get this stuff out so we can get rid of this box. I think that's it. Kind of smells a bit like cigarette smoke, that one. Okay, so this is going to be the main difference is going to be, you can see how thin the rail is on this, the N4, and then you've got this, which is considerably wider, and you've got like a flare here on that part going from the upper receiver onto that magwell. It's really nicely done. I mean, it's still got that silver barrel on the inside, which I think is that like Noveske N4 trademark. The stocks are very similar. They are the same. Obviously, I've got them in different colors. This actually, so it kind of feels like a Magpul K2 Plus, but it's not real. Like this one, I actually put a real K2 Plus on there, and it looks, hey, stop, no, no. Stop it. Thank you. It's destroying the box. That is the kind of real K2 Plus, and it looks almost identical, but the actual texture is how you can tell. Charlie, stop. Go away, away. He's gonna step on it again. Sorry. The texture is how you can tell. Like this has got a rubbery kind of plasticky feel to the top of it, which is very grippy. This one is just a slight bit of that, but it's definitely just more of like a polymer kind of just plastic style. The actual branding is pretty much the same. This has actually got a gray dust cover. Hey, stop it. I'm going to put you outside. The gray dust cover on there, it is kind of, actually it's the same. It's like a gray kind of color. Branding is the same. You've got some extra trades here on the bottom. And the big difference with this thing, with this replica, is going to be the reason that I have this piece of, or sorry, this charger in here. And that is that it is basically a tracer equipped and comes with a tracer from, look at that. That's literally just been stuck on the end there and that's just popped off. So I'm glad that came off so easily. But there is a little bit of glue residue on the end. But the big thing that's different with this is it actually is probably the first ever gas blowback I've ever heard of or seen that comes with a tracer out of the box. It's from eShooter, who makes some great tracer units. I've had some really good experience just with what they do. So I'm kind of excited because it means that I'm not having to mess around with a tracer unit. I think this is an 11-inch handrail, which I think is the same on both of these. No, sorry, this is a lot shorter. Maybe that's a 9 and this is an 11, but the actual 11 goes the entire way over the barrel, and then you have this SD style suppressor with a tracer unit inside it. It definitely feels pretty cool. I think first off, probably what I'll do is I'll switch this stock out for a Magpul CTR. I will put my different like sights, etc. on here. I'm obviously not going to mess around with the suppressor. Okay, so it basically has an inner barrel that goes right to there. And then the actual outer barrel ends right here. And that is where this comes on. And you have this, which is your tracer unit. Now, I'm going to have to work out how to basically remove the end cap from here. There isn't like a tool. In here, it gives you the charger. It's almost like a little separate kit. And it comes with the flare mono from eShooter. So that's going to be where I've got that. In terms of the actual removal of the end of this suppressor, it almost looks like I need a tool just to like undo it. The threads, because I will, I think, have to take it off from that end. I'm imagining. Okay, maybe not. So I'll take it from this end here. That's basically a little holder there. Hey, stop. This has got the kind of outer barrel continuation. So that sits there. And then you've got that flare mono just sitting at the end there. That's actually also got threads on it. So you could use that directly as a, just like put that straight onto a pistol or whatever you're wanting. But that sits there. This is then sitting inside that. There is no covering on the end there. So it is like your charging piece that goes in there. What are you eating? So that's pretty standard, I would say. And these are good tracer units. It's just very, very cool that a company's actually like teamed up with another company and put this straight into a replica. Because normally it's, for me, it's like, okay, I'm spending $400 on the replica and then you're buying all these extras. With this, I've got basically for $400, the replica, $50 to $100 like tracer unit included. It all fits together. And it looks slick. I think this thing looks very, very cool, I have to say. So the next video basically, guys, is going to be me trialing it out. I've got a new trigger box in this thing, I think. So it's a similar feeling like Bolt. I think I've got a slightly heavier weight in this one. I'm trying to remember what aftermarket parts that I put in there. But this does feel just a lot more comfortable. It's got a little, what is it called? Skeletonized rail on the top here as well. I just like the thickness of this handrail a lot more. So that's kind of the unboxing, guys. That's going to be the basics. It's given me the parts number. It's obviously EMG, like licensed or whatever. They've done the licensing on there. I'll probably kind of do a build video on this, but likely what's going to happen is I'll do heavier buffer weight. I'll probably stick with the Bolt because it's got the Noveske branding on it. I'll maybe switch out the inner barrel and put a hot rubber in there as well. And then the trigger it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty like light, but it is like there's a definitive like break on it. So I'm pretty happy with that. There's no ambidextrous controls, so I'll probably put a bad lever that kind of comes in under here. I'll switch this out for a real Magpul grip, and I'll probably switch that for Magpul stock. And then I just need to work out what I'm doing for optic on this, and I haven't really thought about that yet. So stay tuned. If you have recommendations for what to do, let me know, and I'll take that in consideration. But hopefully this has just been a kind of very easy unboxing video of the Noveske N4 what is it? The Noveske N4 NSR-SD. NSR-SD with a flare mono tracer. For $400, guys, I think this is a pretty great buy, I have to say. I think I might do a paint job on this as well and just make it look pretty slick. In fact, that's a really good idea. I'm going to do a very, very cool paint job on this with the integrated silencer in it, suppressor in it, and then make it look just really, really nice. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. Any questions, let me know. Anything you want to see in the next video, let me know, and I'll get on that ASAP. Have a great day, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye.